What's up, guys? We're back with Math with Mr. Kaiser here. In today's lesson, we're going to be talking about the power of a product rule. All right, let's get straight to it. By definition, when we raise our product to our power, we must distribute the exponent to each term in the parentheses and multiply and combine like terms. First, what am I going to do here is I'm going to highlight the steps. Okay, we're going to distribute the exponent first, each term, parentheses, in the parentheses, and we multiply and we combine like terms. Okay, simple like that. So now let's look at our examples / the practice problems. Right. So the example up here says x and y, or x times y raised to the m power. Remember, m represents your exponent. X and y is your product. Not only those two terms are your product, but they are your two different bases. When you have two different bases in the parentheses shared by exponent on the outside of the parentheses, you're going to share that exponent to each term, basically. And let's get straight to the practice problems. Number one, so we got AB, or A times B, raised to the third power, okay? So, let me change my color right quick. Excuse me. Anyways, all right. A and B is our product. So first we must do is we got to separate the terms. All right. I'll put times B. Now, next we're going to distribute the 3 to A and to B. Now, we're going to add the 3 here, and we're going to add the 3 here. Okay? So, number one, that is going to be our answer. A cubed times B cubed. You can also write it as this. You can write it as this. Right? It's the same thing. The only difference is we just got rid of the multiplication sign, which is the x. Okay? So if we were to expand it, it would look like this. A times A times A, then B times B times B. This is our expanded form. I abbreviate expanded, SLP. So that's what it means, expanded. Okay? Then you would get this part. Okay? Same thing, real easy. All right, let's look at number 2. So we got 3y squared raised to the 4th power. Okay, something a little bit more difficult, but hey, one thing about me, whenever I see a difficult problem or a problem that seems a little bit more advanced, I will have to break it down. You must break it down. Okay? First, we're going to distribute the 4 to the 3 and to the y squared. And the reason why I'm doing that because 3y squared is a whole term. The 3 is the coefficient, but it's still also a term as well as y squared. But anyways, so here's what it looks like. So we got 3 to the 4th power times y squared. Don't forget about the parentheses, to the 4th power. Okay? So 3 to the 4th power equals to 81. okay, times y squared raised to the fourth power. Remember the excuse me, sorry, I lost my thought. So remember, when we have an exponent in the inside and an exponent on the outside, you multiply those exponents together. So we're going to keep y as our base, and 2 times 4 is 8. So 8 is our new exponent. Now the last step, we go combine these terms together. So our answer, what we're going to get is 81 y to the 8th power. That is our answer for number 2. Okay. All right, last but not least, number 3, we got 5x squared y to raised to the 3rd power. Let's break it down, guys. Let's break it down. So we got 5 to the 3rd power times, don't forget about parentheses, x squared to the 3rd power times y to the 3rd power. And the reason why I put a parentheses where the term says x squared raised to the 3rd power, because whenever we have two exponents, we don't want to get confused, or like without the parentheses. Without the parentheses, it's going to be confusing. All right. Anyways, let's start with 5 cubed. All right, 5 cubed equals to 125. Because remember, 5 times 5 times 5. 5 times 5 is 25. Bring out the 5. So we got 25 times 5 is 125. All right. So now, got x squared raised to the 3rd power or cube. So that would be x to the 6th power. Then we're going to bring out the y cube. So last thing, combine those together. So we got 125x to the 6th power times y cube. So that is our answer for number 3. Okay. So guys, that is it for this lesson. If you have any comments, concerns, questions about this, I will be delighted to answer anything for you. Okay. All right. That's the end of our lesson. And Mr. Kaiser is out of here. All right.